right now, a judge has the discretion to make a decision about what is the most appropriate for a child charged with these offenses based on their specific circumstances beyond the charge. But if this bill went into effect, these children would be mandated to be detained. The judge would not be able to have a choice for the child to be detained for up to 48 hours, exclusive of weekends and holidays. So it could be a lot longer than 48 hours. And this is pending a detention hearing. Just in general, the best way to sum up what the research says about detention is that detaining kids who make mistakes increases their chances of becoming adults who make mistakes, rather than the productive, successful members of society that we all want them to be.
Kid gets picked up on a Friday, right? So Friday's a business day, so that counts. But Saturday and Sunday's not. He wouldn't have been able to go to court on those days anyway. So now that kid may not go to court until Tuesday. So now that kid went from being in detention for 2 days to 4 days.
Right. That's what
and every day that kid, we have research that suggests that every day that kid is in detention, the outcomes, the possibility of good outcomes continue to decrease, and the possibility of bad outcomes continue to increase. Narrative, every time I hear people speaking of this bill, proponents of this bill, this narrative about violent crime comes up, this narrative about crime getting out of hand. I've even heard somebody talk about the super predators resurrecting, that kind of language. But the reality is violent crime is not up, and things are not getting out of hand. Overall juvenile complaints across the state are down 59% since 2007. I want you to think about that. 59%, nearly 60% decrease in juvenile crime since 2007. Violent crime for youth is down 40% since 2007, 40% statewide. But now this is something that's really strange. Jefferson County, to the folks in Jefferson County, you can be proud of this. In Jefferson County, violent crime is down 58% since 2007. Oftentimes, Jefferson County are leading those negative indicators. Here's a positive indicator. Violent crime is down 40% statewide, but 58% in Jefferson County.
When we decide to allow access to juvenile justice records, we are letting someone into a youth or child's worst days. And sometimes I think people get caught up in the behavior or the action that led them to enter the justice system and forget they're a human being. They forget that moment. They are a kid, a young adult with an underdeveloped brain. The reason for these narrow definitions of who can see what is rooted in pediatric neurological research that an individual's brain is not fully developed until they are as old as 26. Let's be clear about that, 26, right? You're severely punishing and condemning these people to future punishment while their brain is still developing. And what I call, future punishment really is housing discrimination, employment discrimination. These things we already know happen, and they're going to continue to do that if more people have access to these records from that kid or youth's worst day.